Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Lee. You've heard me talk in previous videos about how we have electricity running through our body. You don't believe me? If you were to have an issue with the nerve, you'd go to the neurologist and they stick two needles, let's say it's your arm. You're having issues with your numbness in your arm and you're losing function. And so what they do is they stick two needles in the muscle and then they measure the electrical conduction velocity, the speed at which that electrical signal is flowing between those two needles. You have electricity flowing through you at 268 miles an hour to every cell, tissue, and organ in the body. That's pretty fast, and you are pretty amazing. I've used these bones and the electrical wires in previous videos to try to explain how the nerve system works and the importance of it. Well, sometimes we kind of get lost in the minutia, and not everybody went to school and understands how the bones and the nerves and all that stuff works. So let's get super simple. So here I have a switchboard, right? So when we host webinars and we train other doctors and students about the uniqueness about what it is that we do, we have a switchboard for our microphones, right? Giving us very clean audio. So this is the switchboard. This is the source. This is the source of the electricity. From this electricity, it plugs in the wall, and then we can balance and do the stereo and FX and all that other stuff. I'm not an audio guy, but this is the source. So we can do all that stuff here. This is the source. From the source, it goes to two cables. Those two cables then exit and then go to this switch transistor thingy mabob. And then this has a cable running to it that goes to our microphones. So I think if this goes to our microphones, if there's an issue with any one of these parts, then it's going to affect the microphone. That makes sense. Well, the body is the exact same way. If there's an interference or a compromise in the nerve system, whatever microphone is on the end of that cable, that's going to be affected. It's going to be diminished. Its ability to function the way that it was intended is going to be diminished, inhibited, impacted negatively, of course. So let's say that, of course, this is still the source. We take out one of these cords. I don't know if that's good or bad, but let's say we take out one of these cords. Now I have 50% of the flow coming from this switchboard through these two cables to this transistor switcher thingy, through this cable that goes to the microphone. I just diminished it by 50%. Well, I could buy a new microphone, but if the flow going through all this is still 50%, I could buy 10,000 microphones and it'd still be the exact same result, because the microphone not working is an effect. This is the effect. This is the cause. So many times we're trained and we're trained to worry about the effect. Well, if the microphone is not working because it's the microphone, then totally we need to work on the effect. But if there's the signal, that electricity going to that microphone that's not working, the effect won't ever change. It's the cause. So my job as an upper cervical chiropractor is to reduce or remove that interference, right? This is unplugged. I need to plug it back in. Reduce or remove that interference, thus elevating your body's ability to do the best it can with what it has. You're just better off by making sure your nerve system, the signal from your brain to your body and from the body back to the brain, is just working at its optimal potential. Because when it's working at its optimal potential, you get to work at your optimal potential. And that's amazing. And that's what this is about. We have the source. It's transmitting through something, going to this transistor, it's exiting that transistor, and it's going to the microphone. Your body works the exact same way. Every nerve in the entire body all meets here at the base of the skull. So if the atlas pulls out of position, I'm taking one of these wires and I'm inhibiting its flow to the end thing. Maybe this is your liver, your kidney, your pancreas, your colon. your uterus, your bladder, your foot, your knee, your ankle, your shoulder, your low back, your heart, whatever it is. This is the effect. Let's get to the cause. Now, if we go to the cause and things still aren't working, all right, now we can focus on worrying about the effect, because we know that the nerve signal going to that end organ, tissue or cell, whatever that may be, is working the way that it was intended to. Until we talk, think good things, and remember, life needs no assistance, just no interference to its functioning. Have a great day.